Hey, this is Dr. Augustine from Head to Wellness. I wanted to speak to you today about stress, more specifically adrenal stress symptoms. Do you have any of these? Do you experience any of these? Are you tired? Loss of energy? Maybe you're a slow starter in the morning, you can't get out of bed. Or maybe you have afternoon low energy where you feel like you need to take a nap. What about sleep? Insomnia is an adrenal stress issue. Insomnia, difficulty sleeping, maybe you can't get to sleep or you wake up throughout the night. Not good. And having too much stress and therefore having a lack of sleep progressively over time, you can get sick or ill. So it starts to affect your immune system as well. What about hormonal issues such as PMS or menopausal symptoms on the other side of things? Immune system can be affected, as I said, because of too much stress. Are you the person that, gosh, if someone's going to get sick, it's going to be me? Not good. We need to work on the causal level of these problems. Blood sugar can also be affected as a result of too much stress because your adrenals control your blood sugar, partially control your blood sugar. What about inflammation? Gosh, I have knee pain, or I have both my knees hurt, or my joints just hurt. I get too much inflammation. Why would that be? Because your adrenals produce hormones that control inflammation. So beat down those adrenals with too much stress, and guess what happens? You have too much inflammation going on. So in saying all this, what should you do? Well, two aspects of this would be lifestyle changes and nutrition. Lifestyle would be things such as, these are my recommendations, would be sleep, critical factor. You need to get more sleep, 8 to 10 hours a day or a night. And I would recommend the magic hour is between 9:30 and 10:30 at night. That's the magic hour to start to go to sleep. So sleep's a big deal. You need to work on doing that. Exercise. I wouldn't do too much exercise, but I would probably start with taking a walk, getting a breath of fresh air. Don't start too much too soon because guess what? Putting more stress onto an already stressed system, then you have breakdown. You get sick, you have injury, or both. Not so good. So take a walk and take some deep breaths. So therefore, the next step would be deep breathing. I would recommend deep breathing because it really will affect and balance your autonomic nervous system, which will affect your adrenal gland function. I would recommend 20 deep breaths twice a day. And the deep breaths are so ridiculous you wouldn't want somebody watching you do them. So deep breathing, also super important. Cold showers. So you take a shower every day, maybe you would flip that shower handle over to cold and get that shock of cold water. And the goal is up to 3 minutes of a cold shower will directly affect your adrenal gland function in a good way. I would start off maybe 20 or 30 seconds at first and then work your way up to 3 minutes of cold showers. What about laughter? When was the last time that you had one of those uncontrollable belly laughs? So much so that you were crying, you couldn't even talk. I definitely would agree that we need some of that today, a lot more of that. So watch a funny movie. You need to start laughing more. Definitely will change your mood, definitely will change your ability to handle stress better. So now let's talk about nutrition. From a diet perspective, I would definitely recommend that you avoid sugar, starch, and caffeine. So if you're doing, it's one thing to drink a cup of coffee in the morning, but if you're doing up to 6 cups of coffee a day, it's too much, and that caffeine is going to stimulate your adrenals and deplete them. So we want to slow down on the caffeine, definitely. From what should you eat? Proteins, vegetables, and fats. Protein, vegetables, fats. The more you can push towards a ketogenic diet, the better good quality fats that you can do, the more anti-inflammatory you'll become. So really great way to eat. Now, nutrients, what to put in. There's whole food nutrition, there's herbs, which are adaptogenic herbs, and some cofactors. So from a whole food perspective, Drenamin's a great product because it's a blend of protomorphogen, whole food vitamin C complex, some really good. Cataplex G, which is a relaxing form of the B vitamins, but it's all food-based nutrition, which is wonderful. The second would be Adrenal Desiccated. Now, this is a really powerful supplement. I love this supplement because it's ground up adrenal glands from a cow. It's amazing product. It will just fill up an empty glass. Imagine that you have 2 adrenal glands that sit on top of your kidneys. They are your stress glands, and when they're in good shape, they are constantly adapting your body to stress. Well, this is filling up an empty glass by putting the desiccated adrenal into your body, maybe 3 at lunchtime, 3 for breakfast and then 3 at lunch. You don't want to take it too late in the day because it'll keep you awake at night. It will allow you to have better energy almost immediately. Wonderful product. Next would be some adaptogenic herbs, such as my favorite would be rhodiola and ginseng. Amazing adaptogenic herbs. It'll also give you endurance. So if you're in a run, you're doing some running or you're hiking, it'll definitely sustain your energy throughout the day. Really, really nice product. Some more combative herbs would be something like ashwagandha. Ashwagandha will take a type A personality and just calm them, just make them just mellow and nice. So ashwagandha is a really good thing. Licorice is another one, but I don't recommend it too highly if someone's blood pressure is too high. So I usually will avoid that and do some of the other adaptogenic herbs. So some of the cofactors and essential nutrients for adrenal gland function would be a particular mineral. Magnesium is a critical mineral for adrenal function. Also, whole food vitamin C complex. You don't want to do the ascorbic acid because that's the eggshell covering over it. You want to do what's inside, all of those whole food nutrients that are inside whole food vitamin C complex. Trace minerals. Now, what trace minerals would you need? Something like zinc and selenium and copper. Manganese, potassium, chromium, amazing trace minerals, and that product would be called Trace Minerals B12. They're all in there. Wonderful product. B vitamins, maybe you've heard B vitamins are super good for energy, but you want to use not just pantothenic acid B5, which is the one that's in science. You want to get it all in its whole food form, because never, ever in food would you ever find an isolated B vitamin. So best to use a whole food form, such as Cataplex B Core. Great, great product. It helps your nervous system. It certainly helps your adrenal glands. It helps muscle function. An amazing product. So let's summarize. Adrenal stress symptoms. In other words, adrenal stress affects everything in your body. And therefore, you need to do something for it before it gets too low. And you have to go to your doctor, and you're on antidepressants and all kinds of medications which aren't so good for you. So it can affect your ability to sleep. It can affect your energy levels. It can affect hormones. It certainly can affect your immune system and inflammation and blood sugar. It affects so much. It affects your entire body. So what should you do to do something about this issue and resolve it? Lifestyle issues and nutrition. Lifestyle would be sleep, exercise, deep breathing, cold showers, laughter, really good things. From a nutrition standpoint, avoid sugar and starch and caffeine. Put in more protein, veggies, and fats from a dietary perspective. And you need whole food nutrients and cofactors as well as adaptogenic herbs to get your adrenal glands to ultimately heal. That would be my best recommendation to solve adrenal stress issues. So that's it. My name is Dr. Augustine from Ahead to Wellness. I hope this helps. Please leave comments. I will also list links or leave links for these nutrients down below. And I hope you have a great day.